UNAVCO's web services links community users with data archived at UNAVCO, including GPS time series and metadata, SAR data, meteorological time series, and borehole data. Users do not need to install an API or other application. Instead, data requests are easily submitted through a URL address that can be used in the internet browser of your choice or through a command line query. The syntax for both the URL address and command line query are automatically generated by your search parameters. Easily access GPS position time series from stations in unified networks, including the Plate Boundary Observatory, the IGS network, TLALICnet, COCONet, and other smaller regional networks. Let's take a look. Begin by identifying the stations from which you want data. Let's look at station P401, installed in the Olympic Peninsula of Washington State. You can request process data from 4 different analysis centers: the PBO Combined, Central Washington University, New Mexico Tech, or University of Nevada, Reno. This is a cool feature since you can easily work with and compare differently processed GPS data. Select the reference frame for the data, but note that this parameter is codependent with the analysis center. For a complete description, see the online documentation. Next, select the start and end time in the format year, month, day, GPS time. Choose between a long or short report, the difference being that the short report includes only the northeast vertical offsets and standard deviations relative to a reference coordinate, whereas the long report also includes the time series in both Cartesian and geodetic coordinates, along with all associated error estimates and covariances. Lastly, select between searching for station position offsets relative to a reference position defined by the analysis center, or choose to make the first epoch of your search the reference point. Now press Try it out. Here we've generated the request URL to use either in a user-written script or directly in a web browser. If we look at the format of the request URL, we see our station, analysis center, reference frame, time frame, report format, and reference coordinate. Given this, it would be easy to change the URL to loop over a number of stations, analysis centers, or time frames. Let's use the command line URL request and put the results of the search into a text file. We can now pull this text file into the plotting program of our choice. This simple and easy to use service will soon be available for all data archived at UNAVCO.